A soldier told his girlfriend that he would send her a graduation present, but didn't specify what kind. The sudden appearance of her son made this mom almost run through glass. This soldier had a long road ahead of him to get home, but someone decided to keep him company. With his sweetheart by his side, this is sure to be the best trip ever. The eldest son in this family had the honor of kicking the ball at the start of a football game, but none of them knew that under the helmet of one player was their military dad, who had come home from overseas.
For the last 10 months.
This woman's legs just gave out on her when her military girlfriend came home. If you think the soldier's family has the biggest reaction when they return, just wait till you see this guy's best friends. This soldier was called up for duty the day before his wife gave birth, so the only way he could see his son come into the world was through a video call. For dogs, 3 weeks away from their human feels like an eternity. And the best treat for this good boy was the return of his owner. This was the worst birthday for this sailor's father because the man could only see his son on a screen, but perhaps not only on a screen. This soldier's girlfriend was sure that he wouldn't be able to make it home because of the pandemic, but he found a way. This soldier came home right in the middle of her best friend's live broadcast, and she decided to make it unforgettable. It's hard to believe that 72 hours ago, this sailor was on a ship overseas, but he couldn't miss his girlfriend's graduation. Here's how you hug someone who's traveled 12,000 kilometers for this. A Marine recorded a message for his family and girlfriend, letting them know that he wouldn't be able to come home due to a secret mission, to give them the best surprise ever. But that was only the first part. After 2 years apart, this girl had forgotten what it was like to see her dad at home after school, and even the sound of his voice.
Sam!
Military service put a senior pilot and his daughter on opposite sides of the planet. When Taylor was asked to say a few words to her father, she had no idea that today they were only on opposite sides of the room. This was a very special patient. The son she hadn't seen in almost a year. This time, it was the dentist's turn to cry, not the other way around. There were still 2 weeks left before her boyfriend would return home, but her powerful desire to see him turned 2 weeks into just 2 minutes. A cheerleader named Angela thought that her job was just to keep motivating the team and the crowd, but she didn't know she was about to become the star of the evening. This family was sure that gifts could only be under the tree, but the eldest son changed the rules. This girl hadn't seen her older brother in such a long time that she thought she was still dreaming when he walked into her room. This soldier's girlfriend counted every day for 193 days until they could be reunited, and the day has finally arrived. Look, he even brought her a military teddy bear. This soldier was supposed to remain in line, but his desire to embrace his girlfriend was stronger than his orders. This girl spent all night wondering what to say to her military boyfriend, but when she finally saw him, she was speechless. This military father hadn't seen his son in so long that he still thought he could hold his little boy in his arms. A soldier's mother had resigned herself to the fact that her son wouldn't be at her wedding, but instead, he gave her the best present in the world. This soldier homecoming was obviously staged, but these guys did a good job.
Great job!
Oh my God! You're back!
And now, it's time for a glass of water to rehydrate after losing all those tears. Let us know in the comments which video made a ninja cut onion. Jimmy Fallon asked a military wife to guess one simple sentence on his show, and it's what she's been waiting to hear for 2 years.
Your husband is behind you.
Your husband is behind you.
It's certainly been a long year of service for this young soldier, but this hug looks like it's gonna last even longer. You know you're an excellent teacher and person of the year when your students greet you like this after 6 months in the service. A high-ranking officer wasn't able to spend a single holiday with his family, but he just couldn't miss his son's graduation. One of the biggest sacrifices a soldier has to make is being away from his children who need him so much.
Ah, buddy.
I missed you.
I miss you too.
This girl thought that the only thing she'd be getting from this competition was a consolation prize, but what she really won was a reunion with her older brother who had just come home after a year of service.
Being carried by Chelsea's brother, Sergeant Colin Ranieri, who flew back after serving a year in the Middle East.
This nurse isn't running to help a patient, she's running to hug her husband. He couldn't leave her alone after she found out that a close family member had entered into hospice care. These kids thought they were eating lunch with the school mascot,
You're sharing your snacks?
but beneath the mask was the mother of one of the boys who had just returned home from service in the Middle East. Soldier's girlfriend had been waiting to see a certain special flight show up on the board, and after a year and a half, it finally did.